Fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Doggy bowl empty, Lakers pool sleeping, rug pull, cash grab, NFTs delight, rug pull, cash grab, idiot.
What's going on, folks? This is Steve Tucker. We are here with Race Day, as usual, on a Tuesday night for the ASRA Harpoon Design Cup Series. And we are here right now in Kansas Speedway for round 2 of the season. Huge field yet again, 40-plus drivers. And we're going to figure out who can tame the Kansas Speedway here at nighttime. Right now, we're in the middle of qualifying, so we're going to jump down trackside, take a look at what's going on the track. Bunch of times right now, a bunch of new guys as well too in the field. We're going to be talking about them as we go. A couple of guys didn't make it in Daytona last week, but they do make the race today. Kevin Kyle being one of them. We'll talk to him in just a second. Nick Light's currently on top of the field right here in P1. The 30.61, very fast. Phipps in P2, 6 in Whitley right there as well as Frankie Barroso. So looking pretty good so far. Cannot wait to get this thing going. Kansas has always been one of my personal favorite tracks. I've won here a couple times myself, and this place is a lot of fun, man. I'll tell you what, it's just has a cool, just a cool vibe to it, right? Awesome stuff right now, man. Kansas Speedway cannot just wait to get this thing going. Here we go. Qualifying is over. That has changed, folks. Qualifying is different this time around. This season, it's only 5 minutes long, and it's 1 lap. That's all you have. And looks like a couple of guys right now are going to be out there. So everyone has made the field, I do believe, since we have 41 drivers today. We have 48 signed up for this for the series, but only 43 are accepted into the race session. So a couple of guys didn't make it, which means everybody makes the field today, which is fantastic. So huge crowd. We're going to be in this warm-up session for just a second. Normally we would take this and use it for figuring out who's going to be qualified in or qualified out. But nonetheless, we are all good. Race Day partners right there. Love all of our partners, our sponsors. Big thanks to all of you folks for being a part of that. Right now, we're going to be 160 laps to get this thing underway. Whew. Going to be a fantastic race. Cannot wait. Here we go. Your starting grid right now for the Premier Setup Shop 240. Nick Light's going to be your pole sitter right here on the front of the field. Andrew Phipps in P2. Brandon 6 in 3rd spot. Mark Whitley side by side right now in P4. Frankie Barroso 5th place. Dylan Bates P6. Looking good right there. Dylan's karaoke bar. Oh boy. Might have to go there after the race tonight. Thomas George in P7. Blaze Crawford 8th place right there. Devin Smecker in P9. Tim Robb, excuse me, in P10. Last week's Daytona winner, Jackson Anderson, right there in the 83. In 11th place, Christian Angel, P12. Joseph Mealy, 13th. Brandon Bowie, 14th place. Michael Johnson, 15th. Matthew Fleming in P16. Trevor Zlasny, 17th. Dale Young, 18th. David Medina, P19. Tyler Dohar in P20th. 21st on down is going to be Julio Villalobos, Jacob Weiss, Jeremy Millerin, Kevin Kyle, Matthew Pont, Kenny Reel, Grant Salzano, Timothy Stubblefield, Michael Klein, James Kaufman, William Griffith, Joshua Sobel, Keaton Salyers, Gregory Robinson, Shane Wyatt, filling in for Jesse Necula today, so as a sub right there in that machine, looking pretty good. Timothy Harper, 36th spot. John Hagan, Josh Larson, 38th. Scott Casorn, Max Brady, Thomas Meeks. Rounding up the field, Marshall Harris going to be starting in 42nd place. So there we go. That's the field, folks. This is Kansas, and this is also race day. Big thanks to you folks for being here today, watching on the stream. I have a special announcement at the beginning of stage one. We will talk to you about that. Actually, stage one end, excuse me. But here we go. Lap one already about to be underway. Green flag in the air. We are off for the Premier Racing Setups 240. And just like that, folks, one lap is complete in this race at Kansas. Stage one will end on lap 25, as you see on the top of the tower. So 25 laps to get this thing done. We saw a couple guys in the wall right there. Andrew Phipps is in the wall right now on the outside lane. In turns 1 and 2, we saw Mark Whitley get into the wall pretty hard, looks like. Not sure if he had contact, but either way, right now we're seeing him fall back to 15th spot. Already 11 spots down, excuse me. This setup, folks, is really, really loose on the get-go, but if they can make it last a couple laps, it really warms up the tires, and it's quite competitive. Right now, Brandon Six going to try and make a move here. Down low. Trying to get that P1 spot. A little bit of a side job. Couldn't quite get there. Nick Light's still in the outside lane. Tough to pass here. The outside lane is usually the preferred lane to pass, but with this setup, it makes it kind of attractive to do the low line. There it is. Brandon Six makes the move. We're going to be coming across the stripe as P1. Good stuff right there. Nick Light's not too far back. Frankie Barroso as well in third spot. So far, so good tonight, folks. Again, big apologies for last week at Daytona, as we're seeing P1 being exchanged again. Daytona, man, we had some crazy stream issues. Tried to figure out if it was our fault or if it was iRacing's fault. So we went and we factory reset the entire PC and changed all kinds of things, and all kinds of stuff happened on my end. So appreciate the patience. So far, so good. But please, if you see any concerns about the stream quality or whatnot, please let me know in the chat. We will get that fixed. But so far, we're rocking and rolling right now. P1, Brandon Six up front. Nick Light still trying to fight right there too on the inside. But don't forget these guys in the back of the field. About 10th on back. We're seeing Multi-Groove Racing. Outside line working out really well. Jackson Anderson tail end right there with Brandon Bowie. Tim Robb as well in P6. Stage one will happen pretty quick, though. Man, these guys are not giving an inch. Stage points matter quite a bit right now. Obviously, you get that one playoff point, which will go towards your playoffs, but also those 10 points to go towards your season. Every point matters. Right now, this mid-pack, about 11th spot, pretty dicey right now. Everyone in the back of the field kind of single file right now, really. All running that low lane, give or take. Everyone looking pretty strong so far. But man, this around 10th place, about maybe 8th through 20th. Some excellent racing right here. As you can see. Blaze Crawford in the number 12. Looking very strong. As usual, Frankie Barroso in the race day machine. Love that right there. Tim Robb. Blaze Crawford, though, on a tear right now in that number 12 machine. Everyone always talks about Daytona, right? The first race of the season always being a big one, right? Everybody wants to win that race. But a lot of guys consider the second race, typically a track like this at Kansas, to be the start of the season. And this is really where we're going to see the skill and the talent really come out. What can these guys do? Man, Blaze is right there. I've got a feeling P1 and 2, 6 and Lights have really, as they door bang right there, Lights and 6. Lordy. Just like that. And that's kind of the name of the game sometimes too, right? That can be a strategy. This car is tough to pass with. As Blaze makes his way to P2. Gonna look down low right now for P1 if he can get it. 15 laps to go before stage 1 concludes. Crossover move right here by Nick Lights. Man, the battle for P1 is just so damn good right now. We can't really take away from it. Good stuff. Further back a little bit. This is for about 10th on back, man. These guys are 2 wide, almost 3 wide at times, but again, different strategies, right? Up high and down low. They can really run. Couple different options here. And that is the nice thing about it. Mark Whitley up to P11 now. Starting to regain some spots after some lap 1 issues. So far looking very good. Christian Angel in the back here. David Medina. As we're about halfway through stage 1. The way this race works, folks, these guys only have 50% fuel in their cars. So, stage 1, easy. They can make the 25 laps, no problem. These cars today, we expect them to go about 30 laps, 31 laps for a tank of fuel. Stage 1's not going to be a problem, but stage 2 ends in lap 75, so that's 50 laps that they have to go. So they'll definitely have to pit in stage 2, and then stage 3 is real long. So most likely a 2-stopper under green flag conditions. A lot of things are changing right now. But Jacob Weist right here, Jeremy Millerin. Looking pretty solid right now. Yellow flag is out right here. Looks like, oh no, Nick Lights. The leaders. Let's go back real quick if we can. Oh man, James Kaufman kind of just sends it right there. Let's go back if we can. I believe that did involve Nick Lights and Tim Robb potentially, but Nick Lights, here he is. Don't see a lot of damage on that car. Let's just take a look at that real quick. Maybe some right side damage, can't really tell. Let us go back and find out. Oh yeah, Blaze hits the wall right there off of turn 4. Nick really has nowhere to go, so that's a shame right there. We've seen guys bounce off the wall already. Try and get a better look right here. Nick Lights. Here he is. Yeah, so Blaze in that number 12 car going to bounce off the wall here in turn 4, I believe this is. Yeah, Nick has nowhere to really go. Tim Robb is unfortunately a casualty of that as well. But from what I'm looking at, no real damage to the right side of Tim Robb, but also to Nick Light. So this might be not too bad for these two. So yeah, so again, unfortunate, not intentional, obviously, but these things can happen. But so far, not too bad. So pitting, a couple of guys going to be pitting here, but Brandon Six is your leader. Blaze Crawford, Frankie Barroso in 3rd place. Dylan Bates looking really good so far in that 91. Thomas George in P5. But yeah, that right there involved Nick Lights on pit road. Again, don't see any damage really on that number 2 Cardano machine. So not too bad. We're there. Tim Robb as well. Yeah, he got hit in that right front above the right front wheel, but don't see any damage there. So not too bad. I think these guys are going to be all set. Blaze maybe has some damage on the right side, left side. No. So yeah, they might be okay here tonight, which is great. Love to see that. Different process change. Right now, we're going to see the choose car, which we normally have for choosing as far as, you know, high line or low line. We're going to get rid of that, actually. So starting this race, we have a brand new race control, Amir. Big shout out to him for being race control tonight. And, but yeah, we're going to change up the choose car process. It might come back in the future, but for now, we're going to use the start finish line. So basically, with 1 to go, they're going to choose at the start finish line. If they want the high line, they're going to basically drive over the start finish line against the wall. And if they want the inside lane, down low against the apron or the grass, whichever one they prefer. But nice, simple process. Not too bad. But lap 16, working our first caution. And so far, a really good race. These boys have already shown that they can race together, even on these restarts. So that's really good news. Again, setups are provided by Premier Setup Shop. Big thanks to them for doing what they do. And right now, I believe we're going to come to that 1 to go. So we'll get a little snapshot here of how they're going to choose high or low. Everyone choosing right here, up high, down low. A couple of guys choosing at the last minute, which we expect to see, but if you're in the middle of that track, you're not clearly defined on where you're going to be, you will be receiving an EOL. So far, I would say that was pretty good. Not too bad by these guys. Different process change, but got to be strict about it. Here we go, though. Brandon 6, Dylan Bates up front. Man, what a great run so far for Dylan Bates. New driver to the league. Part of Backmarker Racing alongside Tim Stubblefield and Jesse Necula. So far, pretty impressive. So we'll see how he can do. Right now, we're going to have about, 7 laps to go here in stage 1. If a caution does come out on lap 20 or above, we will call that the stage end. So anything within 5 laps of the scheduled stage end will be considered the stage. So here we go. Pace car going to turn left. Here we go. We're going to find out who can get this stage win. Starter cam has the green flag in the air. Going to be waving it off right now. Geico restart zone. Here we go. Restarting in stage 1. Man, what a great restart right here. 2 wide, almost 3 wide. A little bit there. All these guys, solid maneuvers right here. Dylan Bates falling back a little bit. Again, with this setup, the tires can get pretty dicey, pretty loose. Oh, boy. Dylan Bates going to go around over the head. Can he control it? Wow, what a great... Oh, no, the 92 gets through. I believe the 92 just net-coded through the 91, so pretty wild stuff right there. 91 was able to slow it down, not hit the wall, and I think through the iRacing gods did not get contact damage from that 92 squeezing by, so pretty wild stuff right there. But the 91 has no damage even after all that, but the same cannot be said for Timothy Stubblefield. Man, yeah, pretty beat-up car right there. His teammate unfortunately did not get the worst of it. Obviously, collateral damage from slowing down earlier on. And I believe that might have been it as far as drivers involved. So we'll take a look back real quick. We knew that these restarts were going to be wild. Let's take a look right here. Couldn't tell who he passed over, but we'll take a look real fast. Yeah, Dylan Bates right here. See if we can find out. Yeah, Dylan Bates already around right here. We'll take a look back at the 92. See what happens to him. Oh, yeah, the 3 wide. Scott Gasorn looks like he comes up. The 18 as well right there. And yeah, not sure if the 7 thought he was trying to clear that, but look at this. Whoop! Right. Goes right through his teammate. And yeah, that's pretty wild. So, but that can happen. We'll take a different look at it. I want to go further back if I can. Looks like potentially Michael Johnson was involved here to some degree. Oh, he comes off track. Okay, so that's that. We'll go back a little further. I want to find out really where this contact came. Okay, so Dylan Bates, there he is. Oh, so the 34. Okay, so Brandon Bowie. So Dylan Bates tries to squeeze it 3 wide right here for some reason, but didn't obviously have the move. Looks like Bowie didn't get a lot of damage right there. Got to miss it. Dylan Bates has some damage there too, but yeah, it looks like he tried to squeeze it 3 wide for the 91. Maybe he didn't know he was 3 wide at the point or at the time, but definitely is the case there. So either way, a couple of torn up race cars. Tim Stubblefield, hate to see that, but right now can potentially get that fixed. We'll have to see though. Lap 21, working our second caution right now for incident. So far, not too bad. Big thanks to the folks who are partnered with Race Day right now. Man, Hosky.io, Cardano.io, fantastic people over there. Harpoon Design, obviously, if you need a paint scheme for anything NASCAR related, as far as, you know, Cup, Truck, Xfinity, things like that, definitely check them out, harpoondesign.com. And fill out the form you see on the link there. And here we go, another choose situation. Getting to it. Everyone making a move right there. Devin Smecker a little bit late to that decision. Race Control's not joking around. He will throw that EOL if you're not decided. So far, so good, though. There you go. Brandon Sick's going to be leading this race again. Mark Whitley right here as well. So when we go green, we're going to have about a 2-lap shootout here to get to the stage. But so far, good stuff. Who can win this first stage in Kansas? 25 laps is the mark. After that, we can expect a lot of these guys to come down pit road, take the 4 tires maybe, take the fuel. Only 4 sets of tires, too, in this race. So, and it's a long one, right? So, man, I mean, like, do you save a set of tires in stage 1 and do you have, you know, an extra one later in the race? It's tough to say. Looks like they are going to be extending this caution. We'll find out what for in just a second. Looks like everyone was in a good spot, so all good though. So now this will be a 1-lap shootout once we go back green on lap 24. Here we go. 1 lap to go here. Most likely it could be like a, you know, racing situation. There's 41 cars here. Can't always expect these guys to be lined up perfectly. Sometimes iRacing glitches too and things like that, so you just never know. But here we go. Gonna be a 1-lap shootout here. The stage ends when the leader crosses the line. All right, getting word that the 26 car took an EOL and some drivers did not pass him in time. So all good. That can happen. Here we go. Green flag is out right now. Here we go. This is the stage right here. 1 lap to go to decide stage 1. Oh no, Christian Angel hard into the wall right there. No yellow just yet. Tough hit right there. Oh man. Christian really in bad shape right there. But right now, this is going to be for the stage. Brandon 6 out front. Thomas George in P2. Yellow flag will fly this time for the stage. Brandon 6 going to be your stage 1 winner here on lap 25. And there it is. Stage 1 winner for Brandon 6. We will go take a look at what happened right there with Christian Angel. Definitely want to find out, but Brandon 6 going to be your winner for stage 1. Good stuff for him. Was fighting Nick Lights and Blaze Crawford quite a bit. So far, good stuff. So there he is. Let's go back real quick and take a look at that restart and see what happened to Christian Angel real quick. Definitely want to find out. Here we go. Green flag right here. Yeah, Christian Angel, here he is. Maybe a stack up, but we'll see. Gonna get tagged from behind by Brandon Bowie, I believe, right here. Or maybe Christian just missed a gear or something, but yeah, just hard into the wall right there. Ah, man, yeah, tough break. Fenders flying off of it. Let's go back once more. See if we can get an onboard with Christian. Cockpit view here. Yep. Yeah, Christian missed the gear. You saw it right there, a second gear. It revved high. He just missed the gear. Brandon Bowie had nowhere to go, and that's about it. Tough break there for Christian Angel. That can happen. Brandon 6 going to be coming down pit road. In fact, everyone's coming down pit road, as we're seeing. A lot of these guys going to be taking the tires, obviously, the fuel, all kinds of stuff. Here they all are. Coming down pit road, everyone 4 wide right there at the end, so good stuff. We'll take a short break, folks. We'll go and thank some sponsors. We'll come right back and we'll bring in a special guest. Come right back. Alrighty, folks, welcome back right now to the Harpoon Design Cup Series here for the Premier Setup Shop 240. Good stuff right now. Let's bring in real quick special guest today. Where is he? We'll sneak him in here real fast. Ah, here he is. Brian Murphy, do you got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, how's it going, man? Hey, got a little birdie told me you got a little announcement to make today, so wanted to bring you in real quick.
Yeah, obviously with our Stage 62 or Stint 62 program, we're looking to involve a lot of interesting names and personalities throughout the motorsports world. And, we're really proud to announce that Corey Heim will be joining us for next Tuesday's race at Homestead, Miami. Just a lot of fun, a big opportunity for not only Murphy Esports, but more importantly, the series to shed some light on this amazing competitive series, and also hopefully bring some more eyes to showcase the incredible talent that we have here.
Yes, sir, man. That's pretty exciting stuff right there. Cannot wait to see that. Corey's a cool guy, and going to elevate us obviously in the league, and gonna be a lot of fun to see how that plays out. But good stuff, man. We'll let you get going. We're gonna go green flag this time by. So good stuff, man. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Have a good night.
There he is, Brian Murphy, team owner of Murphy Esports. Good stuff right there. Big announcement. Corey Heim going to be joining next week's race here for the ASRA Harpoon Design Cup Series at Homestead. Cool stuff right now. Awesome stuff. Here we go. John Hagan, Tyler Dohar going to be the leaders right now. After pit stops, this is going to be stage 2, and lap 75 is going to be the mark to get to. Here we go. Green flag is out. Good start for John Hagan right now. A couple of these guys didn't pit right there at the end. They decided to stay out because they pit earlier during one of the cautions, but these guys got to be careful. Restarts can be really crazy. It's the best time to pass cars. Look at this. Salyers in the middle of 3 wide right here. Just got to be careful. You don't want to cause a wreck on the restarts. Oh no. We're not doing this again, are we? Lordy. We'll hold on to it for now, but right now, John Hagan up front. Nick Light's going to be 1-2. Matthew Pont in P3. A lot of these guys right here are looking pretty sharp. Tires so far holding on to it. Austin Salyers going to be in right now. Man, Josh Larson, really pretty good right now. P7, Thomas Meeks in 8th. A lot of these guys looking pretty good. Not sure why we're getting the blinkiness again, like we did at Daytona. Lord have mercy. we went through every single check and balance we had to make sure this did not happen again. But right now, stage 2, it just wants to hate us. It might be temporary. We'll see. Right now, though, a fight for the top spot. Nick Lights and John Hagan. Looking pretty sharp. Brandon Bowie as well in P4. A lot of these guys have been involved in wrecks. Or not wrecks, but involved in incidents. Brandon Bowie recently. So far, Bowie's kind of found himself in the middle of all the mess, but car still looks pretty good. Larson right here as well in P7. 5, excuse me. Doing really good. Tyler Dohar. Dohar, definitely a driver to watch as this race goes on. Really the season too. He's a really, really fast guy. And I've seen him race in other leagues. And this is a guy who will definitely win this season. It's just a matter of when. Devin Smecker right here looking pretty good. Nick Lights, though, up front. Let's ride on board real quick. Nick Lights. Get that cockpit view. Let's do a bit of a Hosky hot lap right here. We love this segment. You can see Nick Lights really working the wheel. Really working the wheel right here. Well, for now, folks, we'll get back to that Hosky hot lap in just a bit. You gotta love technical difficulties. One of my favorite things in the world. John Hagan, though, right now in P2. Brandon Bowie, though, is right there in third spot alongside Matthew Ponce. Looking pretty good so far. So we're trying to figure out what's going on there. But look at the battles right here, man. Whew. 3 and 4 wide almost. And a bit of a separation from all the guys in the front. About a 5-car pack, really, in the front. So far, though, really, really good stuff. If this continues on, folks, we'll definitely... I think what we'll have to do is probably shut the stream off for just a second, even though I don't like to, but we might have to. And we'll come right back. I'll let you know, though, if I do that. Try and reset the server. Sometimes that can happen, but look at this. Brandon 6. No issues there, but everybody else is blinking on through, so we might have to do that right now on lap 40. It's a long race, so we're not going to miss much, but if we have to do that, we will. I'm not going to have this persist the entire time, so again, apologize, folks. We really don't know what the issue is, to be honest. I mean, the server, it can't be the server. The PC is cleaned out, literally factory reset. So I am just as frustrated, trust me, but we will get it worked out one way or another. Right now, lap 40, 1/4 of the way into this race. Brandon Bowie right now takes the lead right now away from Nick Light. It's going to be right here on the top of lap 41. Good stuff right there for Brandon Bowie. A lot of these guys, though, I've got a feeling a lot of guys right here are saving tires in stage 2. It's a long race. They might want to try and make it all the way on stage 2 on the tires. And that can definitely happen. Real quick, folks, I'm going to make a bold move here. Let me restart the stream on lap 42 here. We'll catch you up once we come back. I've got a feeling it's actually the streaming software that we use. Not sure why, perhaps, but I think it could be that. So let me restart the stream and fix something. We'll come right back. So give us literally 60 seconds. Shut the stream down. We'll come right back, rejoin, and we should fix the issue. So come right back, folks. Lap 43. Stay right here on race day.